Video Games is a comedy and entertainment podcast intended for mature audiences only. This show contains adult language, explicit conversations, and cannabis-related content. Viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. All discussions involving cannabis, its effects, uses, risks, and general information are shared from the perspective of enthusiasts, not scientists or medical professionals. We are not providing medical, legal, or scientific advice. We base our conversations on publicly available studies, personal experience, and our own opinions. Everyone reacts differently, and we strongly encourage listeners to research responsibly and consult qualified professionals when making decisions related to cannabis. This podcast may include commentary, criticism, and discussion of games, media, trailers, and other copyrighted material. Such content is used under the principles of fair use for purposes of review, commentary, and education. By watching or listening, you acknowledge that the host's opinions are their own. Content is intended for entertainment, and nothing stated in the show should be taken as professional guidance of any kind.
Turn up. Watching people get fucked for free.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of BRVG. Whenever you're listening, whoever is listening, whenever someone is listening, welcome to another episode of BRVG. We're here, and it is Saturday, and we have a lot to talk about. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Dude, just looking outside, bro, watching the tweez, watching the tweez sway. Dude, this rain is coming down hard right now, so it's pretty crazy, pretty fucking crazy, man.
Nah, it's just a couple of trees. That's all. It's just a couple of trees, you know. It's nothing Zelda can't climb anyway. So
Zelda's allowed to climb. He can climb everything.
You know, you ever seen those people who just climb trees with no gear and they're going up there getting the fucking bees and shit?
Well, the ones that like use the spiked shoes and shit. Like they got the clawed shoes.
I cursed. Yep. Damn it. I cursed 2 minutes in. I guess the seal is broken.
I tried refraining.
No, you're doing good. Yeah. I'm thrown off right now. Yeah, we're doing good, Andrew. Oh my God. But yeah, let's get into it. We have some crazy.
Yeah, we doing good.
Crazy, lots of great news, and we actually got and we're going to break this down together. Bethesda has made a enormous statement regarding the future of Bethesda and where it is heading and what is going to happen to the studio itself within the next couple years, right?
Okay.
So we'll start off with this. So
it's a hell of a fucking roadmap.
Yep. So they just released one of the biggest studio-wide update in years, laying out the future of Starfield, Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, Creation Engine 3, and Bethesda Game Studios itself. But the biggest takeaway is that Bethesda is shifting towards supporting multiple major RPGs at the same time instead of one game every 5 to 8 years. Now, the most interesting about this, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Todd Howard got yelled at or something like that. But it's been 10 years since we actually got any kind of anything from Bethesda. You know, Tito Santana or Macho Man. Well, Macho Man was he wasn't really a good person, so we're gonna go with the other guy.
The other guy.
Yeah.
Fair. I side with Sanchez on that one.
Yeah. Macho Man was not the most morally sound person in the world, but you know, some people still love him, and that's okay. You know,
at least.
Yeah, you're always watching. I'm glad, Andrew.
Isn't there a guy, like a crazy fanatic from like New York City or Jersey or somewhere, who like dresses up as Macho Man? He's like Macho Verse or something like that.
Yeah, I wonder if he goes after Boss's daughters too.
Jesus. I'm not touching that one, dude. I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching that one. I'm not gonna do it.
The dark side of wrestling did so.
They're allowed, though. They're allowed. They get the permissions to do so.
Hey, once it's out there in the public space, it's no holds barred.
I leave. Yep. You know what?
Sorry, Randy Pofo. It's just, it is what it is. Yeah. But yeah. So Starfield. So they started off with Starfield, which I thought was the funniest thing because, like, again, Starfield did not have an amazing PlayStation launch, unfortunately. You know, it was heavily talked about. There was some hype behind it, but when it happened, it was just like, thank you, Andrew. You know, but when the launch happened, it was just like the original launch. You know, people are not talking about it anymore. You know, I still touch it from time to time because I like Starfield, but the current stats of it is that there are 17 plus million players. And I actually kind of believe this. From the dungeon. Have you played Starfield? Because if you're talking shit about a game that you haven't played,
here we go.
Yeah. You know, the game, you play the game. It's a good game. But if you're telling me that
if he actually did play the game.
Yeah, and look, if 17 million people have played this game, right? That means that, and there are people who love it, right? And also, it's only a nearly 1 billion hours played.
Wait, it's what?
More than 1 billion hours played by those 17 billion plus.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It adds up.
What's going on? And then, so now they're going to start supporting for year 3. So year 3 is going to continue going. More story expansions, gameplay improvements, regular updates, and a new Starborn content launching this year. For those who know, the Starborn are they're like the guys who are like playing around with the multiverse and stuff. But if you don't know the game, you wouldn't understand. I just sound like a crazy guy saying that. Over 40% of players, over 40% of players are using creations, and Bethesda will continue investing in paid and free community content.
Which is something I love about the Bethesda community, like the creator community.
Yep.
Because I believe they just launched a whole new horror, like a horror storyline in Fallout 4, brand new.
Yes, they did.
I checked it out earlier today, and holy shit, it looks fucking insane.
Right now, the players are the ones who are holding down Fallout 4. So what is this? The part 2 coming out? No, well, Starfield 2.0 already came out. What they're doing is that they're just going to continue the life cycle of the game to make sure that there is still more content coming in. I mean, if it sucked, there wouldn't be 17 million players playing this game. I'm just saying. Next is the Creations program, and they doubled down on modding. And now we have said before how Fallout 4 has pretty much opened the floodgates when it comes to modding and how we're able to play the games the way that we want to.
I love it.
They're doubling down. So Fallout 4 now it supports creations, right? Skyrim, their Fallout 4. But listen to this: those creators have earned over $10 million in royalty, and that's because Bethesda wants player-created content to become an even bigger part of their games going forward. Oh, it's down right now. Woo-wee! God's moving furniture today, baby.
It's gonna be rattling the roof, bro. Rattling the roof.
You remember when it would storm like this, and and we'd be crying, and our parents would be like, "Jesus is coming for you."
I know. My mom never told me that shit. She says, "Suck it up and stop crying."
No, my mom and my grandmother would be like, "It's coming. This is it. He's mad."
You see, that's traumatizing, though.
Yep. So now the next one is, here we go. Now this is the big one, Fallout. Okay, we are getting a it's official. People have been talking about it for years, and it's actually happening. We're getting we're getting remasters for Fallout 3 and New Vegas. And if there's any game in the fucking world that needs a remaster, it's fucking New Vegas, that piece of trash. It's garbage. Okay, so maybe it will actually have some hope. And I might actually like the game for once.
Maybe. Listen, nobody's gonna pull your tooth to do it, but you're absolutely right about one thing, and the game needed a remake. It definitely needed a whole new rehaul, new graphics engine, like a whole new fucking like breath of life, because it's insane. It's insane. It has great potential. That's what I'm gonna give it. It has great potential to tie in, but it just needs more work, or needed more work at the time.
Yeah, we will get to that. Don't jump ahead. The title of the podcast reminds me that of the scene from The Seed of Chucky. No, son, violins. Violins are bad. You know what's funny? That's exactly how I got the title of today's episode, Violins of Violence, of that scene when he's talking to his son. Oh, yeah. It was in the movie Bride of You remember that scene, G? It was from the movie Seed of Chucky.
Yeah.
And
with
he's
the British fucking...
Yeah, and the kid says...
That made no sense to me.
Yeah, and the kid says something about violins, and Chucky's like, violence, you mean violins, you mean? Yeah, that's actually when our main topic today about violence in video games. I was just like, this is a perfect title, The Violins of Violence. Next.
If it works, it works.
To me, this is the worst news of all time.
Well, Oh, wait. Well, okay. Now you need to elaborate. Why do you feel like this is the worst news?
Because they don't have creativity. They keep on pumping out stuff that look exactly like Fallout. Okay, and their carbon copy laziness of trying to build a game world off of a UI that was made about 30 years ago, and to try to make it their own. Okay, 2 games and it didn't work. Okay, the Outer Worlds 1 and 2 were not games that people are talking about right now, or walking in the street having a conversation about. You know,
not right now. When it came out, there was some hype behind it, but that's because it was fresh.
Yeah, but the game itself was rushed. It was an 18th month rush that they did.
Yeah,
you know, and it was a piece of dog shit. They could have done better. In 18 months, you could have done... To me, this is the lowest of the low, and I'm not excited for Obsidian coming back. And that's just me. Call me jaded, call me pissed off. Say because it's over one game, but I just don't think that they have an original creative bone in their body.
Genuine question, though. With all the firings that just happened, you think that they have potential if they pulled a new team in to take the reins?
Well, that's the thing. Why give it to Obsidian? If you're firing all these people, why even have a whole new team that people already are unhappy about in the first place?
I got you. No argument there.
Now,
it makes sense.
Now, for this remaster, sorry, Elgato's fucking with me today. With this remaster, I'll give it a little hope, right? I'll give it a little hope because now they'll have enough time to kind of fix it up a bit. You know, maybe we'll get new mechanics. Maybe the game won't be as stiff. You know, because that was another problem with the game for me. It was very stiff. I don't like playing a game with a stiff character after what we had with Fallout 3 to get New Vegas after that. Yeah. Probably, but will they actually do it? I mean, we're going to see. We're going to find out. They didn't even give us a date about this, but apparently Tom Howard went on Reddit and did an AMA and said that we should be getting a lot of these titles within the next year. Now, this to me, this is the biggest news. So we went from the worst news.
This is the
biggest news.
For me, this is the news. Like, especially after, you know, we just got Burning Springs. Okay, Burning Springs came out. What was it, like a year or 2 ago?
Yeah.
So it wasn't that long ago that, you know, Bethesda opened up an entire
and Burning Springs pushed me away.
Which is crazy too. But they opened up an entire fucking side of the map and shit. And looking over the map, I was telling my wife the same thing. I was like, yo, there's sections of that map that could still be opened up to show like a southern region or another region. Yeah, we were talking about the expeditions too. Like that's kind of where I think this is going.
So I don't think this is going to be a map expansion.
Yeah,
That
I'm in the
that
same boat.
I don't think it's going to be a map expansion, but I do think we are going to be getting kind of like what we did with Atlantic City and
And
the
the
pit
pit.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Stuff like that where you do, like you said, an expedition and then you get a quest and stuff. Now,
And this is Washington D.C., right? The Fallout 3.
yes, guys, don't fuck this up. Bethesda, do not fuck this up because Raven Rock is one of the biggest lore pieces in the Fallout universe. This is for the OGs, and this is for the newcomers who respect the lore. People who understand how important Raven Rock is and the shit that was going on in that place. I don't think
Dude.
we're going to get answers to the questions that we had from 3, but what I do think we're going to get, we're going to see familiar places. We're going to see
Exactly. We got to take into account the fact that 76 does take place years prior, like a long time. It's technically the first
25
game in
20
canon.
25 years after the bombs drop.
So in canon, order 76 is technically the first game. So 3 didn't even happen yet. So I feel like we might get some more origin stories being told about 3. Wait, they just emailed me and said they're gonna fuck it up. Oh boy.
Look, I'm not going to put it past Bethesda to fuck this up. I know they're going to fuck this up. I know that they're going to do something to this that's going to piss me the fuck off because I love this lore. I
what's
love
fucked
this
up?
lore, but they fuck everything up.
What's fucked up is they dropped Atlantic City, right? And there was a lot of hype behind Atlantic City. There's 3 locations in it that you can explore. There's
Underwhelming.
I felt like they could have done so much more with Atlantic City and the pit. Pennsylvania should have definitely been bigger. So it's a little weird.
The pit was so disappointing to me.
Yeah.
The pit was so disappointing to me.
Yep.
It's and again, they're gonna fuck it up, right? But the thing is, it's Raven Rock.
Yeah.
Fallout is the game that got me into like open world games. So obviously, I'm gonna go back to this. But I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to jump on this on PC just for all my shit, because
a lot of PC.
if there's anything about this DLC is that it's gonna have a lot of Enclave shit. So to me, that right there is the money maker. That right there is the reason why people are gonna gravitate back towards this game, and these numbers are gonna go high. Because did you know that there are 40,000 more people playing Fallout 4 than Fallout 76 right now?
Oh yeah, no, I see every fucking day, bro.
But the player counts, there is only 5,000 people a day playing Fallout 76. 5,000. That is bad.
I believe it because you can only host about 24 people per server. So yeah, I believe it.
How many of them are multiplayer?
Fallout 4 is not multiplayer.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, 76 does have the reputation for being, the multiplayer, but at the same time, like 4 is the more fan favorite because of just the free playability of it. Like you can approach the story however you want. The same as 76, but completely uninterrupted. The building is completely different. Like it's a whole other game. You should definitely try it.
I think I want to.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, with Fallout 76, nearly 70 free updates released, and this next expansion will launch next year. And some of the notes I do have here is that it does have huge lore implications.
Oh, dude.
So,
yeah.
Not very excited about that. Next, Fallout Season 2 has acquired 10 Emmy nominations, and production is already underway for Season 3. Did you see that photo I sent you from the Fallout Season 3 set?
I saw that picture. I saw a couple of other pictures with like Goggins fucking teasing the makeup and shit in the costume coming back and shit.
No, so there's this crazy picture out right now that is a piece of graffiti that says Joshua Graham lives. That's gonna be
volumes.
Yeah, it's fun, it's funny too. I was just looking at my Magic the Gathering Joshua Graham card too. I'm thinking of doing a deck around him, a very violent deck. Next, they're also...
Joe Graham is a very pivotal character in one of the DLCs for Fallout 3. Very pivotal.
It's going to be Brad Pitt. Watch.
Mhm.
They're also bringing in their teams closer together across Bethesda, and ZeniMax Online Studios will partner even more closely with Bethesda Game Studios on the Elder Scrolls franchise and will continue to deliver incredible new experiences for the Elder Scrolls Online. I think that game needs a true remaster. I really think that Elder Scrolls Online really needs a remaster,
It
and
needs a
it would.
rehaul. It needs a full on rehaul.
Yeah,
Legitimately. It
it
still has
looks.
a huge player base,
I,
surprisingly.
well, that's what I'm saying. I think this is the time to do it. Find a way to transfer everyone's shit that they put money in. Just have a major update on the game with the
It's still
creation.
technically a PS4 game. Like, if you
Yeah.
go to the library, it's listed as a PS4 game.
And looks like a
there is no
PS1
PS5
game.
upgrade. That's insane.
Yeah, and then this one's cool. So the Creation Engine 3 is the foundation for the next generation of Bethesda RPGs. It allows our teams to support multiple projects simultaneously with new tools, rendering systems that define Bethesda Game Studio games. So they're moved. So just kind of like Rockstar, Rockstar with the Rage engine that they use.
Mhm.
We're now getting the Creation Engine 3. Now, Starfield looked like a really good game. Okay.
Yeah.
And we've seen little bits and pieces of Elder Scrolls.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of curious, is Creation Engine 3 being used for Elder Scrolls?
I mean, why not?
Have we seen a preview of this new engine from that little preview? So I'm very curious, and I'd really like to see where this goes and what other little things they have. And then the one thing that everybody is waiting for, the official announcement for Fallout 5, and it remains as their long-term destination, but the game is currently in pre-production. So this is a big one because it says they're in pre-production. So we got about 6 years.
Yeah, the pre-production could mean anything from notes on a fucking napkin to
taking pictures of a location.
Yeah, anything. It could be anything. The idea is floating. That's literally all it means.
Yep.
So I mean,
if you had to guess where do you think they're going for this next game?
What, for Fallout 5?
Yep.
I honestly feel they should re-explore Colorado.
I think it's time for us to get California in an HD universe.
Damn, that's a lot of structure.
It's Fallout 5.
That's a lot of structure. It kind of gives me Fallout London vibes, if that's the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going back to California. That would be my guess, and I think because
hold on a second, let me see something.
Yeah, we have the popularity of the show right now. It's taking place in California, going into Colorado, and it could expand to Colorado. But yeah, I really think.
All right, I'm looking at the Fallout map right now. There is a shitload of locations to explore in California, and Enclave is definitely predominant in it.
There's a lot of military bases too there.
Arroyo, The Den, Redding, Modoc, Navarro, San Francisco, Lost Hills Bunker, The Hub, Boneyard,
San Diego,
bro. NCR is there as well. They're right at the border, dude. They could be big. That could be something huge.
If you want a big game that everyone is going to be talking about, I would assume that you're going to choose California. And then they're still working on the Elder Scrolls. It's their primary development focus, and with the majority of the team currently working on the sequel to Skyrim, and they're loving how it looks, and they're playing it every single day. So they're actively playing the Elder Scrolls 6.
That's fucking crazy.
They're actually doing it, and people could not be more excited for this. And again, this is the first real communicable update that we've had in 10 years from Bethesda. So it's looking good. I'm very excited to see what they have in mind. I can't wait to see we have Summer Games Fest ended. So I think we'll probably get something during the Game Awards or around then, like around Christmas time. If I had to guess.
Not possible. Definitely. Be a cute little Christmas gift from Bethesda.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's what this was. This was kind of like a courtesy reveal after I guess displeasure behind all the firings and shit. There was a lot of worry as to what direction they were going. So this is a huge glimmer of hope that they're still continuing on.
Yep.
So
Yep.
fuck it.
All right. A couple more stories here. 45 years ago today, Nintendo officially released its Game Boy predecessor in Japan, and it only played one game. We are talking about the Game & Watch, one of the most creative little pieces of Nintendo history. And guess what? Your boy's got one right here. Okay. I love this little thing, okay?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
It looks like a harmonic.
Yeah, now this is
It's a bigger one. Yeah.
now this is the Super Mario Brothers one. There's also a Zelda one and and then the original one, the octopus one. But this thing is one of the coolest little doohickeys I've ever had in my life, okay? It's got a little, see if I could pull it up. Maybe the battery died.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, look, there we go.
Look at that.
No, it's got a little. It's
Little
literally
chip.
a little watch. You put it on your wrist. It looks like a Pip-Boy. But this thing is cool. It's got you charge it. It's got a little clock. It's got an alarm clock in it. It goes off when you need it to. Beautiful, beautiful little thing. I fucking love this thing. But yeah, 45 years ago, it's made its debut to the gaming world in 1980 under the direction of Nintendo designer Gunpei Yokoi. And each handheld featured an LCD screen, a built-in clock, and one or two simple games permanently programmed into the hardware. And unlike later handheld systems, there were no cartridges or downloadable titles. Buying a Game & Watch meant buying one specific game that would remain on the device forever. And the first one was Octopus.
Octopus?
What was the name, Sanchez?
Octopus challenged players to collect treasure from the ocean floor while avoiding the grasp of a giant animal. Players controlled a diver who repeatedly traveled between a treasure chest and a waiting boat, carefully timing movements to avoid the creature's extending tentacles. Like many Game & Watch titles, the gameplay was straightforward but highly addictive. Now, the one thing is that the Game & Watch games do have these obscure games in it, right? Like, for instance, this one's got this ball catching game.
Okay.
It's Super Mario just catching balls, right? And like, these are games that you won't find in a cartridge. So get yourself a Game & Watch. You could get them on Amazon today. Here comes one that D is going to love. So if PlayStation fans were hoping to send Sony a message over its decision to phase out physical discs in 2028, this probably wasn't the way things would go. Okay, right in the middle of the backlash, protest, and buy physical campaigns, Sony dropped not one, but two digital-only PlayStation releases, and players showed up massive in numbers. And on August 9th, Activision, Xbox, and Iron Galaxy quietly released Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2 for the PS4 and PS5. Now, technically, these games have been playable for Xbox for years through backward compatibility. But if you've been paying attention, you already know that those versions have been plagued by hackers, modders, and glitchers. Yeah. So for PlayStation players, this is basically the first clean way to jump back into these classics on the modern consoles. And the response was immediate. Over 5 million people went in and bought this game alone. And the original Black Ops wasn't even far behind with only 2 million players. So they not only did they kind of they went over double on the players that were playing. So now that's over 7 million players between two games in the US, and that's before you even count Europe or the rest of the world. It was free it was free to play on the PlayStation Network. Yeah, but that's a different version. This is a brand new version of the game now. This is they revamped the game, and it's not the same one. So, this will get interesting. So, obviously, fans have been vocal about Sony's move away from physical media, and social media has been filled with calls to boycott digital purchases and support physical games instead. But when two of the greatest Call of Duty multiplayer experiences ever suddenly became available, a lot of those same players didn't hesitate to hit that download button. And in fact, the demand was so high that the PlayStation Store struggled under the traffic when the game launched. So if a surprise digital release of two 14-year-old Call of Duty games could generate this kind of response, what do you think is going to happen when Grand Theft Auto 6 launches in November? And if these numbers are any indication, Sony is probably not even worried, just like GameStop. GameStop is not worried either. But because at the end of the day, gamers, they're fucking loud, right? But when the right game drops, wallets, they end up doing the right thing, don't they?
I like the way you described it though. Gamers are doing it. Collectors are a different genre. It's a whole other genre. So collectors are the ones clamoring over the physicality, the tangibility. It's the gamers, the avid motherfuckers that like to just hold the remote and just play things at ease immediately right at their fucking disposal. Those are the ones that are behind it. And they're the majority. Sorry to say, It's the fucking majority. The numbers right there just proved it. Like, I don't have to say much. The numbers prove it.
It's true. It's true. Let's see. All right, so there is a new where we're going into our last stories. It's two tabletop stories, bro. How is the PlayStation and the Xbox 2 to $300 more 6 years and then what, bro? What? How is the PlayStation and the Xbox 2 casual gamers all day? And the Xbox. What the fuck is the Xbox 2?
What?
You mean the Xbox One?
Here's your fucking double mulligan.
We're moving on. So Kingdom Come Deliverance. Kingdom. So you remember Kingdom Come Deliverance, the video game, right?
Yes, I do. I'm familiar.
Well, they are coming out with a board game. They are coming out. Yes, Xbox 2 is technically the 360, isn't it?
Technically.
So yeah, Kingdom Come is coming out with its own board game. Didn't put this on my bingo card, but it is a lot of people are talking about it, and it's kind of crazy expensive if you ask me, but you tell me. $149.
Whoa!
They can suck my.
Yeah, so it's just I've never seen a board game this expensive, but if they're trying to change the standard on how much a board game should cost, this isn't the way. But they are coming out with a board. They are coming out with a board game, and it looks interesting.
I mean, interesting. What do the pieces look like? Your actual playable pieces?
Well, we got everything here. So
it's all cards.
More than 700 cards, 80 skills to learn, 60 encounters, 140 equipment cards, 8 starting traits. So these are the player cards. So these are your
cards.
So yes. So everything's a card, not a token. What I said was, how is the PlayStation, the Xbox Series X $200 to $300 more now 6 years later? Well, if people stop buying them, then maybe they wouldn't be as expensive.
That's your card.
Yeah, no, that's cardboard for $150, bro. We, like she just said, we got the Star Wars villains sets with physical fucking pieces, molded, modeled, fucking nice shits. $30 a box. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So whatever is going on here, 4 double layered player boards. So the player boards are kind of cool. And are those beds?
I don't know. Hold on, I got a big screen to sit.
I can't see you.
Oh, let me see. Thank you. Look at that. That's why I fucking love you, dog.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they look like beds.
Those are beds.
They're fucking beds. So the player tokens are full of shit too. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Some fucking animals, some mythological creatures, some knights holding daggers and shit. Show me some shit. Oh, fucking pieces of paper, bro. I could print the fucking game out.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that's driving me away. Oh, here we go. Finally, pieces. 164 player pieces, 60 town markers. Why do you have the solo game cards blurred? intuitive storage as well. Oh, well, I guess that's probably what's costing That's got to be it. They want people to sleep over. Well, how long is this game supposed to take?
I mean, D&D take fucking hours. Think about it. So I can only imagine.
Oh, look, yeah, these things are extras. These standard. That's why it's so expensive, because it comes with all this extra shit.
There's two versions though, right? There's a standard and like another fucking deluxe looking motherfucker.
Yeah, and I guess this is the card sleeves. I got some really nice Final Fantasy card sleeves that look better than that, but I do like the metal coins. I'm a little sold on the metal coins, to be honest with you. That's kind of cool. But let's see. What is Kingdom Come Deliverance? We already know. Is it the board game cooperative? While competitive, the game avoids direct conflict between players. There is no player versus player combat.
$150? You turning me off right now, bro.
Yeah. But there's only two versions. What is this, like a Kickstarter or something? I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, look, pre-order. It's $200, bro, for a board game.
That's probably that deluxe. That's probably that deluxe edition that comes with the. Oh, and the metal coins are $50 too. Interesting.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Nah.
It'll be $30. It'll end up being $30 over at fucking whatchamacallit, Burlington Coat Factory soon enough.
Or Nueva Linea will sell it for fucking half the price.
Yeah, and now the last story. This is Gio could start rolling his eyes now. There's a Magic the Gathering story, but we were just talking about the other day. There were several leaks going around how Nintendo and Magic have a collaboration coming on. That Zelda might be the first one, but there is a collaboration that they just announced yesterday that wasn't on anyone's bingo cards, and it's got people like my wife going ape shit over it because Stardew Valley.
Fuck me.
Stardew Valley has officially released. Well, they're going to release these cards, and I was talking to my wife. She was talking to me about it because I woke up and she was like, "Look," and I was just like, "What?" So this is one of those collaborations that people cannot believe are actually happening, and another one that the gatekeepers are getting pissed off about. But it is one of the funniest things to see on the internet, but it's also nice to see that the people who have no issue with the universes beyond or what's going on, Bullets, or the secret layers. The secret layers really do a good job, although I still don't understand why they added Garfield into the secret layer. But yeah, it's a whole set. It's a whole set, the Moonlight Jellies, and this is going to be a very exciting product for people who want to get into the game, old players and fans of Stardew Valley all together.
You guys suck.
Yeah, well,
so I'm gonna ask the fucking genuine question, bro. What is going on in the Pokemon collector community where there are videos going viral right now of people beating the ever-loving shit out of each other?
Why are you surprised?
Because it's a card game. Like, it's insane. And which kind of leads into our main topic, which we'll get into, but I feel like there's some other factors to violence than video games at this point, because
look, we've talked about this before. Scalpers gonna scalp. They're gonna be assholes. They're gonna sit at the fucking thing and they just keep on making it worse.
New merch right now. Scalper's gonna scalp.
I mean, why not? You know, you could wear this at the fucking line while you're scalping, or if you're trying to piss off a scalper. But like, I don't know what's going on in that world. You know, I don't do Pokemon. You know who you could ask? You could ask Jay. Too simplified when you talk to him again, because he's probably got more insight in that than we do. You know, because he works those shows. You know, he's there. doing all that stuff. So he sees that stuff more than we do. But my wife and I, we had a firsthand perspective, going to the one of those card shows, and it's just, I mean, what's even fucked up? I saw this video that this kid was going to pay $10,000 for a card, right?
Mhm.
But the guy, and the card was graded. The guy took the card out of the plastic. Out of the graded plastic, and the guy was like, "What are you doing?" And the guy, he was like, "Well, he's like, you paid $10,000. It doesn't come with the graded plastic." The guy was like, "I paid $10,000. That's the only reason why it's graded." And he stopped the sale.
That's insanity. That's insanity. And then when that much money is involved too, I could see why people go fucking violent.
That just makes me think that they're just going to put something else in that plastic and just pretend that one is graded as well. I can't. It's horrendous. So that whole trading card world is crazy. They're beating the shit out of each other, pissing on each other, and the ones who are getting fucked at the end are the kids, right?
Yeah,
because they're
the crazy part.
Because you got a bunch of 38-year-olds waiting at the machine, who are poor as shit, who are spending $200 for a box, right? But then hoping that they're going to get a hit. And then they just ruin the whole process in the end. So it's like there is no winning.
A story not long ago where a father and his kid had like fucking
they just got the $27,000 that that just happened over here. Yeah, that just happened right over here in my town.
Dude, that's fucking crazy again over fucking cards. Like it's madness. It's fucking madness, dude. I don't get it.
And it's funny too, because that's not even the Magic the Gathering crowd. Because when you go to these card shows, there's no Magic the Gathering there. You can't even buy a fucking box. It's all Pokemon.
And what's the other Yu-Gi-Oh? There's people going fucking banana sandwich on Yu-Gi-Oh.
What's another? No.
What the fuck are those things?
No, it's another one too that like, and I don't understand the appeal to it. They have the Disney Lorcana. I don't know shit about that one. They have Disney Lorcana, which has like all the Disney characters, right? They have Star Wars Unlimited, which Star Wars Unlimited is actually one of the older trading card games from the past, like the Magic the Gathering times. Okay. So that one is I've seen those cards. I see them. I've never played it, but that's one of the more original ones. You also have Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh. And now Paw World has one now too. Paw World they just got into the trading card game, and people are fucking beating the shit out of each other for those too.
One Piece?
Oh, One Piece. Yeah, my wife. Oh, that's funny. My Frenchie indeed literally just said One Piece at the same time. But yeah, One Piece. That's another one.
Man.
But these are just games that I never heard of. Well, that I've heard of, but I don't know what is the appeal of those games. Are they like Magic the Gathering, or is it just like Magic the Gathering but of those worlds so that they could sell it, right? But again, those are the Pokemon people. Those are the Pokemon people fucking up their worlds. But Gio, before we get to our final topic, tell our friends about Hemper.
Hemper. Well, what do you want to know about Hemper, bro? I mean, convenience. That's literally the only thing.
The same thing you always fucking do with Hemper,
dude. It's convenience, man. That's literally they're fucking. There's a thesaurus, and in the thesaurus where it's you put Hemper, it's convenience. Like it goes hand in hand with one another, dude. Anything you fucking need. We're talking about fucking cleaning products, pipes, bowls, bongs, fucking rolling papers, grinders, ashtrays, fucking glass tips, fucking cones, recyclable tips, containers, storage containers for your fucking weed. Dude, this company is holding it the fuck down, man. They're like, there's no other competition out there. So definitely check out hemper.co. Look at their website. Check out their catalog. They always got a nice fucking sale going on. And every fucking month they got a theme bong that they release. You can also, guarantee yourself a bong every fucking month if you check out one of 3 subscription tiers that they have available right now. And also be sure to use code BRVG when you check out so you can get a cute little discount on us. So do it, or just visit hemper.co/BRVG. That works.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So before I get into my 7-page thesis, I want to hear what you have to say about, does violence in gaming still influence violence in real life?
Mm. All right. From a personal aspect, that's really where I could speak from. I grew up playing an ass ton of violent video games. An ass ton. From fighters to fucking games that were rated something I wasn't supposed to even touch at the time. And that's when we're talking about a time when we used to go to our friend's house and fucking borrow a game from them and trade games off and shit. So we kind of had a full-on experience without having to deal with Blockbuster and all their bullshit. So the upbringing came with a shitload of violence as well. Listen, there was violence in our fucking cartoons. We watched it every fucking day. We saw our favorite cartoon characters abuse and blow up and beat the shit out of each other on a day-to-day basis. We woke up every Saturday morning to make sure we saw our favorite cartoons kill each other. Like, it was literally, that's the generation we grew up in. So having that in mind with video games, I don't feel like it was that much of an influence in comparison to media itself. The news portrayed more violence than anything else at that fucking point. So we were surrounded by it no matter what we did. Television, fucking cinema, the whole fucking nine. So at the time when people were blaming video games like for excessive violence and shit like happening in schools and this and that, I feel like it was overreacted. I feel like those reports were extremely over fucking reacted. But again, that's my personal take. I grew up playing these video games and I didn't grow up a violent person. I didn't go and commit acts and test my fucking luck. At that point, it's more based on mental instability. And so I don't feel that you should blame video games for your mental instability. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
Stability.
Like, exactly, like what she said. At most, video games help mental stability because you're able to fucking take all that aggression out on the game rather than take it out on somebody in fucking school. So I don't know. It's definitely a sensitive subject.
Roger that. All right. So this is what I did a lot of like background research on this. I actually have sources, and these sources are from the American Psychological Association's 2015 Task Force on Violent Media. And another thing about Call of Duty being responsible for actions at the Uvalde, Texas shooting.
Yeah.
So this is I love doing like my little theses and stuff like that But you know, the big question, does violence in video games lead to violence in real life, right? That's the big question. But the short answer is the current scientific consensus is that no convincing evidence that violent video games cause violent crimes or mass shootings, but there is some evidence that can temporarily increase aggressive thoughts or frustration immediately after playing. And those small effects have not been shown to translate into criminal violence, and that distinction is huge. Now, what people usually get wrong is that people often confuse aggression with violence, and those aren't the same thing. You know, some aggression examples are yelling, trash talking, slamming a controller, getting irritated, rage quitting. Violence means assault, murder, shootings, criminal attacks.
Yes.
And many older studies measured aggression by things like pressing a loud noise button, choosing hot sauce for someone, reaction time tasks. And critics are arguing that those don't predict real life violent crime. So here's some interesting statistics here, right? 3.4 billion gamers, right? There are roughly 3.4 billion gamers worldwide. And if games truly created violent people, we'd expect the violence to rise alongside gaming. But instead, the gaming revenue has exploded.
I'm sorry, 3.4 billion? Isn't there like 0.6 billion people in the world?
I don't know. That's
in
not
the
that
US
much.
or something like that?
Hell no. I think there's what's
Global
the
population.
word?
There you go. Google that shit.
Oh yeah, 8.3.
Whoa,
So
so
it's
I was close.
Yeah.
I was damn close.
Applaud.
So 3.4 are gamers. Now, gaming revenue has exploded for decades, while violent crime has generally declined in many countries over the same period. But correlation doesn't prove anything either way, but it undercuts the simple games because the violence narrative, right? So, Call of Duty collectively and year by year sells 400 million copies, has sold 400 million copies. And millions of those same people have played GTA, Mortal Kombat, Doom, Halo. Yet only an infinitesimally small percentage ever commits serious violent crimes. And that's one of the biggest common sense observations, right? So then there's the Japan comparison. Japan has a ton of violent games: Resident Evil, Yakuza, Call of Duty, Battlefield, GTA. Yet Japan has one of the lowest homicide rates in the world. And if games alone cause violence, Japan would be amongst the most violent countries, and it isn't.
Be the purge.
Now, in South Korea, there's another game. South Korea is another crazy gaming powerhouse. They have professional esports, 24-hour gaming culture. Still nowhere near American gun violence. And again, the gaming culture trumps the violence. Now, in 2011, the Brown versus Entertainment Merchants Association lawsuit, California tried banning video violent games for minors. The state argued that games makes kids violent, and the Supreme Court rejected the argument. Now, Justice Scalia wrote that the evidence wasn't strong enough to justify restricting protected speech, and the law violated the First Amendment. The court noted that existing research showed at most small effects comparable to those associated with other media. Now, other lawsuits, like people don't like to talk about Sandy Hook, especially like guys like Alex Jones, those families attempted to connect various media influences to shootings over the years, but ultimately the successful settlement was against Remington over marketing practices and not video game developers. Now, no major U.S. court has held Rockstar, Activision, or similar companies legally responsible for mass shootings. I also want to put that out there. Then we have the Uvalde shooting. And that happened a couple years ago. Families sued Activision and Meta, claiming marketing and exposure influenced the shooter, but the arguments included that the plaintiffs that the shooter was obsessed with Call of Duty. Game familiarized him with firearms. Companies marketed weapons to minors. First off, Call of Duty does not familiarize you with firearms. If there's a game that familiarizes you with firearms, that would be Arma. You know? Probably should have said that to give people ideas, but you know what? This is America. Now, the defense was at the First Amendment protection. Billions play without violence, and no proof games caused the shootings. But the case focuses on causation, showing the game directly led to the attack, which is an extremely high legal bar. Now, this is where we start talking about the older people. Now, every generation has blamed new entertainment. The 1950s blamed the comic books. The 1960s blamed rock music. The 1980s blamed heavy metal. The 90s, Mortal Kombat. The 2000s, Grand Theft Auto. The 2010s, Call of Duty. 2020s, TikTok and social media. So history has always constantly repeated itself every 10 years. And they always say the trend always comes back, right? But here is something that researchers do agree on. Games can increase adrenaline, increase competitiveness, frustrate players, and create temporary aggressive thoughts. But they have not demonstrated a reliable pathway to violent crime or mass shootings. I mean, if you just rage and just take the rage on and fuck your wife with that rage.
You know what else has the same exact effect? Sports.
And women. Jesus Christ, D. Now the better predictors of violence are that researchers consistently point toward combinations of factors such as childhood abuse, domestic violence, severe mental health crises, social isolation, extremist ideologies, access to weapons, substance abuse, and poor violent behavior. And those violence repeatedly appear in violent offenders far more often than simply playing video games. You know, and we've heard of the American extremists that convert over to the other side and stuff like that, but never once have you ever heard them saying that Call of Duty was the reason, or Battlefield, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, you didn't know, Sanchez? I started hog tying fucking people because of our Red Dead Redemption, bro. That's it.
Why are you telling him this
I
shit?
start hog tying motherfuckers on my deck.
now I want to ask you, Gio, if games don't matter, then why do age ratings exist?
I mean, we have to also think logically and moralistically at that rate. So, children should not be exposed to certain things. Like, let's be fucking straightforward. Like, children should not be exposed to certain things. Like, corrupting a child in innocence in any fucking form should already be like a number one, like on anybody's fucking moral list. Like, they're innocents. So to put ideas in their heads or put that imagery in their heads, for me personally, I don't like to be responsible. Like, when I was playing a video game and one of my nephews would come into the fucking room, it's like, if I know they're not supposed to be there watching it, get the fuck out. Like, you know what I mean? Same thing they used to do to us as kids when our parents were watching a movie we weren't supposed to watch, and they told us get the fuck out. So
that, you see, for me, it wasn't always like that. For me, it was always like turn away if there's a sex scene. But if someone got their fucking head blasted open, it was fair game. You know.
Here's the controller.
No, man. I remember having to sneak to watch certain movies, to sneak to have to, play certain video games and shit like that, because, that was just how I was raised. Like, my mother was the same type, the same way I raised Paige. I didn't want to be the person responsible for any impure or any fucked up thoughts. So, if they discover that out there, which, technology had a huge fucking handle on that. Like, it exposed our kids to shit we didn't want them to be exposed to at an early age, but they just so happened to scroll through the wrong shit, and boom, there it is.
Now here's another fucked up thing. VR, right? Now, obviously, I'm still on the side that games don't make people go violent, but VR kind of tends to put people in a more immersive experience where they feel like they're in it.
Oh yeah, Batman, baby, Batman.
And plus, same. My stepdad and mom didn't care about violence, but panicked when a sex scene hit the screen. Yeah,
Cover your eyes.
Yeah, they were pulling out the chancleta. Yeah, I mean. But like that was a big thing too, because a lot of movies and not many video games. Really, one of the only video games that really featured that was GTA San Andreas, and that was with the hot coffee incident that they had, and they immediately took that out too. Unless you have a specific copy of that game, you're able to play it. But
that was it. I mean, look, for what you don't get to see in that clip, like in that cinematic, like it's pretty fucking like
crazy.
It's pretty descriptive. Like you cannot mistake what the fuck is going on, bro. Like it's pretty sick. I remember that shit.
Yeah. So here it is for you. So for you guys, so if games really created killers, why are the biggest multiplayer lobbies full of people arguing over who forgot to revive their teammates and calling each other gay instead of becoming violent in real life? Like I'm just saying, I've been playing Call of Duty the last couple days because it was free on PlayStation, and all I hear is just people just arguing with each other, and not one of them.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That makes a good point. Has any AO game rating ever hit a major console? Adults only.
I don't think so.
Was Leisure Suit Larry considered a mature adult only game?
Yeah. I mean, it was actually pretty crazy.
It was a crazy fucking game.
I love that game.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Commander Keen.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Leisure Suit Larry was on console. So, I mean, the game was called Wet Dreams Don't Cry.
So, I think that kind of fucking tells us.
Yeah. But what I do think is, because I think there is another question in that JM asked, because there are very inappropriate games on Steam.
Well, yeah. Remember, I sent you a
You know,
screenshot of that one fucking game that popped up on the library on PlayStation. It was like
Jesus.
OnlyFans Simulator.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that they fucking I don't know how
That shit was
Steam
fucking
I don't know
wild.
how Steam or why they do that shit, because I just feel like that those developers are fucking gooners and they're just
They
trying
are
to make
gooners.
something that they can't get in real life. But
It's like,
that's
oh, let me
that's
see how
that's
much
what
more
they're
I can
doing.
tip bounce. Like, that's literally the program. Like, did they bounce more?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean this whole situation, people are still fighting about it, but like the at the end of the day, it's not the games that create the violence, it's the people, and it's not the gun that
Yes.
shoots either, it's the person, so don't get
What I
that
mean, like,
twisted
it's
either.
all based on the mental instability. Like, that's what I was trying to say in the beginning. If you've got somebody who's already troubled mentally, playing a violent game, yeah, it could definitely influence, other kinds of thoughts because they're already fucking troubled. But you take a fucking Joe Schmo, an average kid that's raised the fucking right way. If he plays the fucking game, he's not gonna walk out fucking the streets trying to pick up an Uzi or steal a car. Like,
But let me ask you, did we need levels like no Russian?
what do you mean?
You remember,
Oh,
you know what
from
I
Call of
mean?
Duty.
Like, yeah, like did we need a mission like that?
We
I'm
didn't
I'm
need
just
it.
saying.
We didn't need it at all. I understand why it was put in there because of the story that it was trying to tell.
Yeah, but I don't think
But
I
it
don't.
was
But
unnecessary.
yeah, I don't
To be
think
put
it
in that
because
position was unnecessary.
yeah, I mean I understand the story and stuff, but I don't
Yeah.
think that for the time, especially like 9/11 happened just a couple years before that too, and you're talking about an airport
Yeah.
assault killing civil, and the only way to finish the level is by killing a bunch of civilians standing around in an airport.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense to me.
No, it was unnecessary.
Now I could understand if they put it in the story and it happened, but to actually play that level, now I could see where a mission like that could give someone some violent views, and someone who's repeatedly going back to it be like, oh yeah, I like this mission. You know what I mean? Because I didn't even want to play
Think
that
about
mission.
it. You have to be really, really fucked up mentally to play a game like that and be like, I could do this. Like, this could be me.
Yeah.
Like, you have to really be on a whole other level of fucking, like, fucked
Yeah.
up to think that
Now,
way.
now, if you're playing Call of Duty or Battlefield and you want to do some cool shit, join the military. You know what I mean? Don't do it to kill somebody. But if you want to be part of the action and fucking serve your country, fine, do it. But don't be a
But you
fucking
ain't gotta be
psycho
fucking
killer.
wall running. I'll tell you right now, there's no wall running in real life.
No, that's not necessarily true anymore.
Are you gonna say parkour?
No, they have things for that now. They're that's no longer fiction anymore.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! No, I need to see this.
Exosuits are a real thing that the military is using. The wall running, they GTA 3 was supposed to have planes, and 9/11 happened, and they had to pull the game back and take all the planes out. Yeah, I do remember. I remember that.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
And if you remember, GTA 4 doesn't have a lot. It just has the Annihilator. I think one or two helicopters and another plane.
Shit.
So, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an argument that's going to be around for the next 100 fucking years, and as games become more immersive and more powerful, it's coming to a point where the argument's never going to stop. The lawsuits are going to keep on happening. Unfortunately, shootings are still going to happen. People, assassinations are still going to happen, and the only way to stop them is just is depending on the people who do the work to find these people that do them, or just be a sound moral person and don't fucking do it at all. One of the two. No, but there are no flyable planes in floor. Oh, okay. There are no planes in floor, just the helicopters. Okay.
That's shit.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense because I'm not remembering a plane. But yeah, Call of Duty didn't make me want to, throw someone off a fucking castle. GTA didn't make me want to beat a hooker senseless for their money. Arma doesn't make me want to go to a foreign country and take their shit over. I like to play video games. I like to be in these worlds, but I don't want to be a part of their worlds. If that makes sense. Unless it's Final Fantasy, I wouldn't mind writing a chocobo for once. But
A chocobo?
yeah, chocobo. You wouldn't ride it. You wouldn't ride the chocobo.
Wow, I know what it is.
There's
Yeah.
much cooler things to ride than the chocobo in Final Fantasy, though.
Yeah, but it's like riding a fucking horse. So.
Bird horse.
Yep. All right. So now you know what time it is. It's the best time of the night. It's our best time of the day, and it is time to
Spin that wheel.
all right. Time to put some-
Speedo,
time to spin the wheel and make the deal.
Get it? Good spin. Ooh. Are video games art?
Is that even an episode? That's gonna be the easiest episode in the fucking world.
I mean,
And is there anyone arguing against it?
I mean, that's what
You want me to
I'm saying.
resend?
I could see where the argument will lie. I mean, we'll talk about it more on the next episode, but I kind of understand where it's going. And this is coming from like an artistic aspect. Like, I know that art goes into the game, but is the game itself considered art?
That episode's gonna be done in 6 minutes. Perfect.
So we need to find a lot of stories.
I got you.
Yeah. But fuck yeah, guys! Thank you so much for coming to another episode of BRVG. You know exactly where to find us week in, week out, every Saturday at 7 p.m. We are 2 Saturdays away from the Clean Sanchez annual, so we hope to see you here. The answer to that topic will be answered on November 19th. This is true. When the economy is failing.
No.
Good night, that freaking guy. You are that frigging guy.
No,
But yeah,
good
you
night,
already know.
Johnson.
You guys have a fantastic one, Gio. You already know what to do. Shut it down for us so I could get the fuck out of here.
Ooh, yeah, baby, my hand is on the switch and I'm pulling it down. We closing shop and we closing it nice and early. This show went a little bit more than it usually does, but I like it when we have these discussions. I like it when it gets deep, man. I like it when we talk. I like it when we get together and we discuss things and get down to the nitty gritty about shit. It's good stuff. It's good vibes, man. And those are the vibes I like to continue on a day-to-day basis, homie. On a day-to-day basis. So yeah, be sure to catch us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more of that fucking energy, because we're trying to bring it hard, man. We're trying to bring it hard. Setting up for the annual, what is that, 13 days, 14 hours, 51 minutes, and counting down the seconds.
Yep.
Yo, it's closing in fast, man. This year went by fucking fast. It really fucking did. Think about it. Think about everything that happened this year with the snow and then the fucking crazy heat and now this crazy fucking tornado watch that we're on right now. Like, it's insane.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because time exists.
It's a real thing?
Time exists. It is not a paradox. It is
Damn.
not a rumor. It is not a myth.
It's already Halloween. I mean, almost there. Yeah, that's the next big holiday coming up. Fucking Halloweeny. But no, I like that, yo. Time exists. But you know what matters with time, bro? Is what you do with that motherfucker. Because if you waste your time on bullshit, you ain't gonna get nowhere, man. Think about that. You ain't gonna get nowhere if you're just wasting your time thinking about nonsense. Think about what makes your life better. Think about what makes your heart fucking tick. Think about what makes you do what you do and love it. Think about all that shit, yo. Cherish every fucking thought, because you ain't promised tomorrow, and yesterday is long gone. So live today as best as you possibly can, because you never know when it's gonna be stripped right from beneath your fucking feet. And that's beyond our control. And I know that is a fight that all of us have on a daily fucking basis, is things beyond our control. But we have to learn to let go of that, man. Let go of that strain, because if it's beyond our control, it's for a reason. It's because we're not meant to fucking control it. So focus on the things you can. Focus on the things that make you happy. Focus on the things that make your fucking days brighter. Because that's all we got, man. That's all we got. So distract yourself. Distract yourself with any activity you could possibly fucking think of, whether it's video games, smoking fucking weed, hanging out with us every fucking week, whatever the hell it is you need to do to fucking make yourself feel better or help you get the day going and get it started on a positive way. do that shit and fucking do it to its fullest. Grab the bull by the balls and tug it until it moves. Ooh, loud as fuck, because that's it, bro. We only get one of these, so make the best out of it. And also be sure to fucking communicate, man. Be sure to talk to the people that you love. Be sure to talk to the people that, you know, try to surround you and keep you uplifted as possible. Because if you don't communicate with them, you don't let them know that something is wrong with you, how is anything going to get fixed? You know, how are you going to try to take the necessary steps in order to make the situations better? So take that into account, man. Talk to people. Talk to the people that you know fucking care about you, because a lot of people do. You just don't realize it because you trap yourself too much in this. So talk. If you can't find nobody within your circle to talk to, hit the fucking numbers in the description right below. They're available to you 24/7. So take advantage of that as well. And guys, like, just remember, man, we got to do better as a people. We got to know when to put the cup down and let that weight and let that stress fucking go, because it's just going to get heavier and heavier the longer you hold it. So no need. So please, folks, do us the favor, do yourselves the favor, do the world the favor, and do everybody that fucking loves you the favor. Stick the fuck around. Love you guys.
Man.